Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and today in Warframe, we're going to go over the best Voca farming method for Whispers in the Wall, how you can farm Shrill Voca, Bellow Voca, and Echo Voca fast. If you didn't know, when running Whispers in the Wall new Deimos missions over here, any of these four, essentially, you can get Vocas a total of 8 spawning in the map. I think the only one that will not spawn them is the Mirror Defense, but you can do it on the Alchemy game mode, Survival, Exterminate, or a Fervo Assassination. Just do not run the Mirror Defense, because I don't believe that spawns any Vocas, because the map's so small, and it just doesn't do that. What you are going to want to need, sorry, words are hard, equipment, and then go to Orbiter. What you need is the Parallax Landing Craft. Now, the Parallax is a landing craft that can be farmed up on the Zariman 10-0. The parts for the Parallax, engines, fuselage, and avionics can be just farmed up from crates at like around 1% drop rate on the Zariman 10-0. So you will farm up this ship just by playing Zariman missions, okay? And what you really want from it is the Orokin Eye. So this is landing craft customized, Orokin Eye. Ortis scans the areas for rare items, and that means he scans the areas for Iotins, but more importantly, all of the Vocas. Now, I believe the Orokin Eye has a 150 meter radius on its scanning, but to be fair, I could be totally wrong on that. Maybe it's 250, but no, I think it is 150 meter radius. So it scans 150 meters around you. Ideally, you'd want to get 4 people with the Orokin Eye air support. And if I didn't already mention, you do have to grab the main blueprint for the Parallax just through the blueprint, 70,000 credits through the market, okay? All the parts, though, can be dropped anywhere. So to get Vocas, you can quickly go to the Sanctum Anatomica. You can run bounties in order to get standing. You will not get Vocas from the general missions at a high rate, but you can get them from the bounties at like 1 drop, right? So it's a little weird. Unlike Zariman, unlike other areas, if you go to bounties, you'll see there is no guaranteed Voca drop on any of these. So that can be kind of a pain for sure. You can still get sometimes like a Voca as a possible reward, but that's pretty slow and that doesn't really matter at all, right? But you can get them through there. As well as you can talk to Lloyd, sorry, and you can trade for Voca, and then you can trade up like, oh yeah, Necrocoil, Obols for some more Shrill Voca for a Bellow Voca. You can trade up some Intrati Lanthorns for Vocas, things like that. But other than that, it's not going to be amazing. So we are going to quickly run and exterminate and talk about general spawn points. We'll run the exterminate, destroy 24 Caliveran weak points, because I would recommend generally running an exterminate or just any one of those fast missions like that, and just running it publicly and looking for Vocas, because there's no real cap there. If you didn't know, by the way, you can start missions non-bounties just through this navigation setting or portal thing here. What we are going to do, also, remember to equip your air support charges on your gear wheel in order to use your ship air support. You do need that. You only need to build one. I think you can get it, the air support charge or blueprint, either in the market or clan. So, what we're going to want to do is run around looking for those Vocas. They're bright blue, right? They make noise. It's hard to fully miss them sometimes, but it's also really easy. So, what we're going to do, quickly check side rooms. We see it's not here, right? It can spawn essentially anywhere. There's a ton of areas where you might notice it spawns more often than not, right? Like it can spawn up, yeah, right there. Like, yeah, right there. I was about to say, it can spawn up on these pipes here. So you really do have to watch out and just look around, because it has a lot of weird spawn points. Can spawn on the pipe, can spawn on those side rooms. It can spawn in pretty much any vent that has set up in the game. It can spawn up in those areas, so they can spawn anywhere. You can get spawns, again, in these vents here. There might not be, but there can be. So you always have to watch out, pay attention, and look around for the Vocas. They can spawn in these rooms, just hiding around here. Any of those sections there. Could be one over here right now, like we might not even know, just spawning over here. There's nothing over there, so I'm going to use my air support charge when I'm a little farther in, since we already found a Voca, and it looks like no one else is really Voca hunting, so it might be a little annoying to find them all. You can get Vocas in any one of the maps, like I was saying earlier, except the mirror defense, so yeah, just don't take it too seriously, and speed farm maps, and that should be helpful. So I'm using my air support charge right there, boom, and it ended up, only picking up one all the way over there. So that's a little annoying. You just want to make sure you're looking around, kind of aware of your surroundings when Voca farming. If not, you might lose some. Is it an event? Oh yeah, it's back there. So that's in a vent, not there. I think the vent is in one of the spawn areas right there, right? So for this one, you just have to run all the way around to collect the Voca. So this will also make sure and kind of force you to learn the map. We have 3 out of 8 Vocas. Maybe we'll find more, maybe we won't. It's hard to say, right? But this will kind of force you to learn the map a little bit because you're looking for Vocas so aggressively. And then you'll just kind of get used to a handful of where they spawn and what to look for, and to just like quickly sweep the area for Vocas. But it does take some time. The air support charges definitely help a ton, and I would recommend you use them, but it's not like it's a must-do all the time, right? If you don't have it, you don't have it, that's fine. But you do still want to look around and make sure that, you know, there's stuff everywhere and you're not missing a ton of it, right? There's a Voca right there. We just kind of saw the light and then went to it. Vocas can spawn around the edges here, and they do make this slight noise, but it's so hard to hear that it's almost like not even worth listening for. And I'm using Gloom right now, so you just straight up can't hear Jack. And that's just kind of how that works. So yeah, could be worse, could be better. You can get some spawn over here in this corner here. Like I said, they can spawn essentially anywhere. Ah, there was one right there. You can hear the noise a little bit, right? Like you can hear that. It makes the so you can definitely hear it a little bit. And there we go. The entire team grabbed all of the Vocas. A lot of the time you'll get a spawn at the end of the room through the grate right there going into this room right here, and sometimes all of the side rooms. So I would check the end side rooms as well. But either way, we got all of the Vocas, and that's the general walkthrough guide on the best Voca farming in the game right now, right? It is get the air support charge, get the Orokin Eye, run it in Publix or with a dedicated team where everyone has Orokin Eyes, and just make sure you're looking around, you're checking all the side rooms, and other than that, you should be good to go. Pick up your daily standing with Lloyd and daily Vocas with Lloyd if you want, or I shouldn't say daily, they refresh every like X amount of 8 hours or so. So you can pick those up, and then you hand in the Vocas to Lloyd for standing, and then you can buy all of your sweet items from your boy Bird 3 there. But that's all you really need to have. To make it easier, you can take speed frames such as Wukong, Titania, anything that kind of floats around in the air, because Wukong has his like cloud ability, and that makes it easier to find things. Titania can fly around as a little fairy, and that makes it very easy to find stuff. But yeah, you can use whatever you want. Those are just like little Warframes that'll make it a little easier, or you can use speed frames such as Volt or Gauss, probably Volt, right, to run through the missions faster as well. But that's my general advice. Just watch out, listen, and look around for all the Vocas, and you should be good to go. So hope that helped, and if it did, as always, subscribe, like, check out any of the socials. I have an Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you want to buy any Fortnite skins or anything on the Epic Games Store. It helps out and supports the channel. So I appreciate everyone being here. All links should be in the description if you want to check out any of my social medias, and I will see you next time. Cheers.